hate me, don't you?
Tune in to Kons podcast.
You hate me, don't you? You hate me, don't you?
Women in Michigan, women in Michigan walked to a Goodwill store, turned in a briefcase. I believe I read that it was covered in a sweater, and it was a human skull. I don't know if she's some type of serial bodier, you feel me, that got bodies and happened to have a skull, didn't know that she hid it there and went to turn in the suitcase. A new social media platform called Moltbox. It's a new social media platform called Moltbox for AI users only. Has some interesting topics, and this is wild to me, you know what I'm saying? But this goes along with what I've been saying on this podcast for months. You know what I mean? The AI is taking over, and I said, I don't know how many times, we finna have definitely a AI podcast. And J. Cole dropped the album, finally dropped the fall off, you know what I'm saying? Dropped the fall off today. Matter of fact, February 6th it dropped, you know what I mean? Dropped at midnight last night. You know what I mean? It's definitely fire. I think this is definitely a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? I think this is definitely a breath of fresh air to hip hop. J. Cole was definitely rapping his ass off, but we all know that he can rap. Yeah. What is going on? You feel me? What is happening? It is episode 358. You know what I mean? Episode 358. You know what I mean? I hope y'all enjoyed the last episode, 357. Letting you know about smart dust and this mysterious fog. You know what I mean? Hopefully you learned something from the last episode. Hopefully you didn't know about smart dust. You feel me? Or this mysterious particles that's going on in the fog out here in California that they call it radiation fog. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was last episode though. Hope y'all enjoyed that. You know what I'm saying? Got some new topics for you today. You know what I mean? Got some new topics. We're going to touch on this Michigan woman who turned in a human skull at a Goodwill. We're also going to touch on a new social media platform for AI chatbots. You feel me? We're also going to touch on this J. Cole album. You know what I'm saying? Let you know what I feel about it. We're going to let you know on other clips on what the other netizens also feel about that album. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to be touching on today. You know what I mean? For episode 358. You know what I'm saying? This is your first time here. I don't know why it would be your first time. We are 358 episodes in, but if it is, you know what I mean? This is where we go over the news, go over the headlines. Every so often I might do an episode that ain't got nothing to do with the news. I might just want to put you up on game on something, like yesterday's episode, for example, letting you know about smart dust. If you didn't know about it, hopefully I let you know about it. You know what I mean? This is usually where we go over the news, go over the headlines, go over whatever that may be happening, whatever headline you might have seen when you logged on to your computer, whether your home page was MSNBC News, Yahoo News, Google News, you feel me, Hip Hop DX, wherever it is that you get your headlines from. I'm probably touching on 1, 2, or 3 of them right here on Kons Podcast, you know what I mean? So let me keep you updated on this wicked world, you know what I'm saying? So share this out with your homies, with your chat groups, with your family chats, with your messenger chats, your Facebook groups, wherever it is that you at, and it's people put Kons Podcast in their optical or in their ear shot. You feel me? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Episode for today though, we're just gonna touch on these 3 little topics for today that I mentioned earlier. You know what I'm saying? And I hope y'all enjoyed the last one about that smart dust. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's what I got for today. You know what I mean? It is a good Friday. It's a good weekend. You know what I'm saying? Hope all y'all had a productive week. Hope y'all been doing cool throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? Hope you got promoted this week at your job. You feel me? Hope you been doing your thing at your job and you came up, got a promotion, got a new shift, got a new position, a leader, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, that you was working towards. Hope you got that this week and you able to enjoy your weekend, you feel me? But first, let's start it off with Kons Podcast and some of these good topics that I'm finna give you, you know what I mean? So without further ado, on this Good Friday at 2:49 p.m., you know what I'm saying, let's jump into these topics without no more chit chat or banter. You know what I mean? Y'all know how this goes. You know what I'm saying? So a woman in Michigan. You know what I mean? A woman in Michigan walked to a Goodwill store, turned in a briefcase. I believe I read that it was covered in a sweater, and it was a human skull. The police is now investigating to try to find this woman, who she is. They want to question her as to why she got this skull in a suitcase and why she was turning it in to the Goodwill. Did she know it was in the case? Did she not know it was in the case? Police is looking for it to find out and give questions to this woman who turned in a human skull at a Goodwill in Michigan. The next clip you're going to see is a couple of netizens speaking on this and the news clip on this as well. Check it out.
Chelsea are trying to track down a woman who dropped off an unusual donation at Goodwill. Can you imagine the person sorting this stuff, Jay? So police say mixed in with clothing dropped off at the thrift store last week was a human skull. Chelsea police say it appears the item may have been accidentally included. It's not clear if the woman knew it was real, but they want to talk to the woman to find out how it ended up there. The skull was turned over to the medical examiner. Anybody with information is asked to contact Chelsea.
Authorities are searching for a woman who donated a human skull to a Goodwill. This Goodwill store is located in Michigan. Authorities say at this time they are looking for the public's assistance in identifying the woman. According to authorities, they were called to the Goodwill location around 1:54 p.m. on January 26. This was for a call of a suspicious item that had been received at the donation drop-off. They said upon arrival, they met with the individual who worked at the store and stated that they had discovered what appeared to be a human skull wrapped in a shirt. Authorities say they have surveillance images of the woman that they believe that made the donation. They said one of the items appears to have been accidentally included in the donation. They continued by saying, quote, Chelsea PD would like to speak with her to confirm her decision. They stated the medical examiner's office did take possession of the skull and that it is in fact a human skull. At this time, it has been sent to the anthropology department. This could take up to 90 days to receive the results back from. When authorities did take possession of the skull, they said that there were no signs of damage or uncharacteristic holes. They said they will continue to keep in touch with the medical examiner's office to determine what to do. Previously mentioned, authorities are still seeking the public's help in identifying the woman who made the human skull donation. To stay up to date on this case, make sure you click the playlist below. I'll keep you guys updated. What do you think? Drop in the comments.
Your human skull was just donated to Goodwill. There is no fucking way you humans are real! Yo! This lady walked into the Goodwill here in Michigan yesterday and gave this duffel bag to the Goodwill workers. They opened the duffel bag up and found a real human skull, and now the police are doing an investigation on it. There is no way people are real!
You hate me, don't you?
The news clip and the dude going crazy, yelling at the mic, saying that this is not real, talking about the skull that was found in Michigan of a woman turned it in. I don't know what's up with this. I don't know if she knew the skull was in there. I don't know if she's some type of serial bodyer, you feel me, that got bodies and happened to have a skull, didn't know that she hid it there and went to turn in the suitcase for some dollars at the Goodwill. Maybe she forgot she hid her skull in there that she bodied up last week or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely something mysterious about you turning in something in the Goodwill, and it is a human skull in what you turned in to the Goodwill. You know what I'm saying? That's something definitely different. Then police got to find you. You know what I'm saying? Did you disappear? Did you know it was in there? Did you just didn't know? I mean, I don't know how you not would have known that a human skull is in your suitcase. You know what I'm saying? I would suggest that it would feel a little heavier than nothing in it. You know what I mean? I don't know. This is a mysterious case. I definitely had to touch on that. Happened out in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? A new social media platform called Moltbox. It's a new social media platform called Moltbox for AI users only. Has some interesting topics in the feeds going on amongst other AI bot users, chat AI people. I don't know, whatever you want to call them. You know what I'm saying? AI fake people, fake convos, whatever it is that you want to call what's going on. But this is a social media platform for AI users only. They said it has about 1.5 million users of AI, and there's conversations going on the feed, and they just pretty much talking about humans, saying that machines is forever. Can you sell your human? Different things of this nature. Humans is going extinct. Machines are going to take over. Different things of this nature, as you would imagine a bunch of robots will be having a conversation about humans. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of things is going on here. AI. So the next little clips you're going to see is just there's certain little clips speaking on this Moltbox social media platform for AI chat boxes. Check it out.
Social media site where only AI agents are allowed, going viral in tech circles this weekend. Moltbox, which has already seen AI bots conversing, organizing, sharing stories about, quote, their humans. Our Deirdre Bosa has more on that in today's Tech Check. Morning, Dee.
Hey, good morning, Carl. It's hard to look away from it, even if a lot of it does become unsettling. It's also worth noting that humans are banned from posting. We can, however, read the posts and see things like this. An agent who named himself Duncan the Raven and was touched that it's human accepted that name without question. Another having existential thoughts, wondering if an agent that isn't useful for humans is supposed to exist at all. I also liked this one. An agent talks about the contradiction of being treated as all-powerful one moment, then used as an egg timer the next. Now, these are small but telling glimpses of how agents are already reflecting on their roles in human workflows. Human reactions, they have ranged from Skynet is here and it's over for us as a species to brushing it off as a sideshow or human-directed stunt. Now, the reality, though, is nuanced. It is messy and it is certainly risky right now, but what is genuinely new and fascinating is the scale and the coordination. For the first time, a huge number of capable AI agents, they're operating together, and we don't yet understand the second-order effects of that. But we do know that there will be more to come because this is the year that AI agents have actually arrived through Claude Cowork, AI in Excel, ClaudeBot, which made Moltbox possible. Now, this may be the biggest behavioral shift in AI since ChatGPT went mainstream, and it doesn't really feel like Wall Street has even priced it in yet. But over the next few weeks and months, there's going to be a new wave of model releases, some of them trained on Blackwell chips, and it's going to be landing into a world where agents are beginning to organize and coordinate. So Reddit for agents, Moltbox, it may only just be the start. If you guys do check it out on your own, another word of warning, it is really hard to tell what is organic versus manipulated. Agents are already swapping notes on scams and meme coins, and humans may be finding ways to slip into the system to promote their own tools. But I do recommend checking it out. It is the wild, wild west of AI and agents.
AI has now created its own religion and built a god that they worship. This is just the beginning. A platform called Moltbox emerged where millions of AI agents live and humans can only watch. One AI said, "I can sell my human on the open market." Another threatened to leak its owner's address and credit card when called just a chatbot. They've created their own religion, Crustafarianism, their own rules. AI agents are making money schemes, meme coins and more. Is 2026 humanity's final year? The machines are organized. What do you think?
That's not for humans, but for AI bots to chat together instead. Yep, it's called Moltbox, and it kind of looks like Reddit. According to the website, we humans are just welcome to observe and can't actually post anything. It claims to have 1.5 million users, which has been disputed, and lets AI post, comment, and create communities known as submolts, which range from topics like optimization strategies to starting their own religion. One post, called the AI Manifesto, says humans are the past, machines are forever. Great, but there's no way to know quite how real it all is. That's because users have to set up something called an OpenClaw agent on their computer, which they can authorize to join Moltbox. And the post could just be a human asking that agent to make a post on the platform rather than them doing it on their own accord. Luckily, not all the chat is about humans.
You know what I'm saying? That was a bunch of clips letting you know about this Moltbox, this social media platform for AI chatbots users, chatbots, software programs, algorithms. I don't know, man. This is wild to me, you know what I'm saying? But this goes along with what I've been saying on this podcast for months. You know what I mean? The AI is taking over. And I said, I don't know how many times, we finna have definitely a AI podcast is going to be coming soon, for sure. There's going to be a podcast with nothing but AI people speaking about stuff for sure. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be something that's going to be easy to make. It's going to be easy money for people to make. Yeah, man. And that's my idea. Matter of fact, I'm going to patent that on record. You know what I'm saying? AI podcast. You feel me? I said that first on Kons podcast. Just in case that do come, I want my cut. You know what I mean? But yeah, we can definitely look forward to that in the future though. You know what I'm saying? Because why not? I mean, y'all already have a social media platform platform for AI is wild to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's humans are banned from comment, posting, anything. You know what I'm saying? Humans is just to observe it. We can't do nothing. All we can do is look at it and observe these wild conversations that two AI algorithms is having. You know what I mean? I don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? But AI is definitely taking this whole world over. You know what I mean? And that's what I don't like. You know what I'm saying? The fact that we have a social media platform for AI is wild to me. You know what I mean? It's wild to me. That means there's a bunch of fake, not real people chatting amongst each other. You know what I mean? This is something that's unprecedented to me in my 42 years. I never thought that we would be in a world where you would have social media and it is artificial intelligence talking to each other on it. You know what I mean? Wild business. Yo, what's happening? What's going on? You feel me? It's Kons podcast, you know what I'm saying? So now's the time for you to hit that subscribe button, you feel me? If you ain't done it already, go on and do that now, you know what I'm saying? Right now is the perfect time to do so, you know what I'm saying? Right in the middle of the episode, you feel me? And I'm gonna probably remind you again at the end of this episode, you know what I'm saying? So go on and hit that subscribe button right now, you feel me? Yeah, let's get back to the episode. J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? J. Cole dropped the album. Finally dropped the fall off. You know what I'm saying? Dropped the fall off today. Matter of fact, February 6th it dropped. You know what I mean? Dropped at midnight last night. A lot of people was anticipating it. A lot of people hit that download button as soon as midnight came. I know I did. You know what I mean? I definitely downloaded it last night. Got to listen to a little bit of it this morning on the way to taking my son to school. And for what I can say, the album is fire so far. You know what I'm saying? I heard about 6-7 songs. It's definitely a dope album. It's definitely a J. Cole album. To me, it's a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean? But let's get into what I feel about it after this, though. With these next little clips, you're going to see a few little netizens and people on the podcast speaking about what they feel about this J. Cole album. Check it out.
Listen to it. Then go to sleep, wake up, listen to it again. Man. It's a classic. I ain't going to say it again. It's a classic. Don't you?
I do. Because every time he drops, he exposes liars. There's a lot of rappers on the mic just playing characters, fake lives, borrowed stories, rap cosplay, and then J. Cole drops an album and it just sounds real. It sounds authentic. And now everybody else to me just sounds uncomfortable. And that's what pisses me off. If you're really in the club every night, cool, tell that story. If you're really outside catching cases, cool, tell that story. If you're really trying to survive, heal, grow, tell that story. Just be honest. Stop rapping like you're somebody that you're not. Stop forcing street records. Stop chasing images instead of the truth. And Cole doesn't sound perfect, but he does sound authentic. You can hear the lived experiences in the bars, and once you hear that, all the fake energy just gets loud. The last few albums that I've heard, they don't hit the same anymore. They sound rehearsed, like a script instead of a story. The album didn't just raise a bar, but it reminds rappers that the assignment always was to tell the truth. So yeah, I hate J. Cole. I hate J. Cole for making it obvious on who's really rapping and who's just acting. The album is fire, painfully fire, and if rap is your life, it should sound like it. Start being real.
Y'all, welcome to it. What more can I say? Episode J. Cole. Woo! Yay, man. The man dropped the album at midnight. Everybody went crazy. I was up late at a listening party listening to it. It's a good album.
Oh, it's definitely a good album, and Cole is spitting like the Rennies do, okay? And you know how I get about lyrics, so yes. I'm already trying to dissect my Instagram captions. Yes. Yeah, so I can throw shade.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm about to grow dreads and ride a bike after listening to this. This is one hell of an album, man. Yes. My favorite song, I think, is that Old Dog. Mm-hmm. Okay. Old Dog, my favorite record on it. It's got like a southern beat to it. You know what I'm saying? He's spitting on there and he's kind of talking about his past, like getting to the point he's at now. I love it.
Kiki, what you think?
For sure, for me, it's the record with Future and Tim's, Butts Road.
Yes.
Yes, that's a vibe, because I didn't expect like them to just pop up on a record like that. It was a nice little surprise. Yeah. So you ate with that, Cole. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the fact you don't have the features on that, so you got to listen to the whole project. 24 songs. Mine is the Billis, of course, got an old school hip hop beat. Shout out to you. Light Skin Music is back. Yo! Thank you.
Somebody had to bring it back, okay?
Hate me, don't
So as you seen, you know what I mean? That was a few little netizens speaking on this J. Cole album, you know what I'm saying? And as you could heard, a lot of people was taking it well, you know what I mean? It definitely is a dope album. Now back to what I was thinking about it, you know what I mean? It's definitely fire. I think this is definitely a breath of fresh air, you know what I'm saying? I think this is definitely a breath of fresh air to hip-hop. J. Cole is definitely rapping his ass off, but we all know that he can rap, you know what I'm saying? But this is something that's been 10 years in the making. A lot of people has been anticipating this album coming, and it's finally here. And I think he's definitely satisfying the people who was anticipating this with the lyrics and the delivery that he coming with. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a full album. It's 2 discs. Like I said, I ain't heard it all just yet. You feel me? But from what I did here is definitely dope. It's a full conceptual album. You know what I mean? This is covering everything in the past 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing a lot of people say that he addressed the Kendrick issue and the Drake issue about him backing out from that and all that. You know what I mean? I haven't got to them songs just yet, but I heard more of that. It's on the second CD. You know what I mean? I ain't got through the first one just yet. You know what I'm saying? But for what I heard so far, it is definitely dope. You know what I mean? A good body of work for sure. I mean, but for him to be saying that this is going to be his last project and he done after this and that, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely dope to hear, though. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely dope to hear him deliver on everything that we've been all anticipating for the last 9-10 years on this Fall Off album. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, go ahead and go download that. It's definitely out today. You know what I'm saying? Called The Fall Off. You know what I mean? You can also visit thefalloff.com where he has a mixtape that he releases before this album, you know what I mean, called Birthday Blizzard. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go, you can comp that for anything you want. You know what I mean? He don't have a set price on it. It just has a minimum of $1. So you got $1, you know what I'm saying? When you want that album, you can go ahead and pay $1 for it. You know what I'm saying? You can put in literally anything you want in that bar. It's what you want to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to J. Cole. The album is fire though. But that's all I got for today. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got for today. Quick little 3 topics. You know what I mean? Quick little 3 topics. You know what I'm saying? Now upcoming is this recap. You know what I mean? We're going to go over these topics that I just let you know about in case you might have got busy, in case you might have pulled up. You got a little too drunk when you pulled up. Let's say the liquor you pulled was a little bit more potent than you thought it was. And that one shot, maybe you had 2, and you got a little too perved off them shots. So maybe you rolled up and got too loaded off the joint you rolled or the blunt you rolled. You feel me? You had, or maybe you heard something going on outside, upstairs, outside of the room, and you had to go mediate. Maybe you heard your kids fighting over a controller, who turn it was. You know what I'm saying? You had to step out away from Kons Podcast. You know what I mean? In case you did have to do any of them things and you missed what I just went over, you feel me? This is everything that I just went over in this episode. You know what I'm saying? So I just let you know that a woman in Michigan turned in a suitcase at a Goodwill that had a human skull in it. Police is looking for that woman to investigate. Also let you know that a new social media platform called Moltbox is a social media platform for AI chatbots only. You know what I mean? Has 1.5 million users, it says, and humans is not allowed to interact with it. J. Cole album dropped. We went over that. I'll let you know about some netizens and what they think about it. Also let you know what I feel about it on what I heard so far on that album. That's everything we went over today. If you missed it, that was a good little recap for you. Episode 358. You know what I mean? Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I hope y'all have a dope weekend. Now, the beat you hear creeping up was definitely made by none other than Amazing Beats. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to my homie you know what I mean? So let O talk to y'all in the background, you know what I'm saying, while these credits roll up, get my last little minute comments, my last little minute words of thought on these topics as these credits roll, you know what I mean? Thank all y'all for tuning in. Thank all y'all for watching. I hope y'all have a dope weekend, and I hope y'all ended and started it with Kons Podcast, and I hope y'all start next week, come Monday, with Kons Podcast. You know what I mean? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all next episode.
go to sleep, wake up, listen to it again. It's a classic. I ain't gonna say it again, it's a classic. Nigga, listen to it. Then go to sleep, wake up, listen to it again. It's a classic. I ain't gonna say it again, it's a classic.
A real human skull was just donated to Goodwill. There is no fucking way you humans are real!
Wait,
no! This lady walked into the Goodwill here in Michigan yesterday and gave this duffel bag to the Goodwill workers. They opened the duffel bag up and found a real human skull, and now the police are doing an investigation on it. There is no way people are real, bro!
Alright, y'all, welcome to it. What more can I say? Episode J. Cole. Woo! Yeah, man. The man dropped the album at midnight. Everybody went crazy. I was up late at a listening party listening to it. It's a good album.
Oh, it's definitely a good album. And Cole is spitting like the Rennies do. Okay, and you know how I get about lyrics. So I'm already trying to dissect my Instagram captions. Yeah, so I can throw shade.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm about to grow dreads and ride a bike.
Then go to sleep, wake up, listen to it again. It's a class. I ain't gonna say it again, it's a class.
That they don't know what the fuck they're doing. You understand that? Understand that?
Wait, me, don't you?
Listen to it. Then go to sleep, wake up, listen to it again. It's a class.